Hi, David Odell here with Odell Complete Concrete. Today what we're going to be doing is this little pad for a whole house generator. I have a new guy with me today, James, and he turned out to be really good. He's got a lot of experience, I found out, and he's fast. He can do a lot of different stuff. Hello everybody out there. We just arrived at the job site, 6 in the morning. Today we're going to do a backup generator, whole house backup generator. It's going to have an auto switch, so if the power goes off, it automatically recognizes it. It'll kick on. 22,000 watt Generac, going to be mounted. Here's your Generac system. Here's your inlets. We're going to be running off of natural gas since we have natural gas at this house. And that'll be connected right here. Here's your fuel inlet, your electrical. It's all going right over here. Me and James are going to do this. Get it ready to set that generator. 3.5 by 4.5 pad. So right here, we're just kind of laying it out. We did dig in the gas line. Actually, the gas line was already done by a gas company. Did that portion of it, and it's under pressure test right now. We just added the conduit, 1.5 inch and the 1 inch conduit. We put that in this morning. Now we're just going to grade it out a little bit. And since this yard's on a slope, what we'll do on the high side of the yard, we'll just be about 1 inch above gravel. But on the low end to the left, we'll probably be about 3 inches above gravel because we want this pad to be level.
Something like that, huh?
So the Generac is going to sit on top of this, and it has 4 mounting points on each corner of it that will be anchored to the concrete. So when that's running, it's not going to vibrate off of the pad. So that's the whole idea of that. So this pad is 3.5 feet by 4.5 feet. This is a real simple DIY project. If you wanted to do a little pad like this, it could be for a lot of purposes. You could do a shed pad, real simple 10 by 10, 10 by 8. In this case, it's a lot smaller, but it's the same concept. We're driving some steel stakes in. We're being careful because we really don't know exactly where that gas line is buried or the electrical that comes from underground to the panel. So as we drive these, we're going to be extremely careful that we don't punch through a line. So right now I'm digging out under the form because I wanted to drop it down a little bit. We're already nailed off on the stakes, but it was a little too high for me, so I scraped out from underneath the form and just drove those stakes down, which took the form down with it. I'm just going to give it a really good flooding here to get it somewhat compacted. Then she's ready for concrete. All right, we're ready for concrete. So here's what we have. This is your main feed from the generator to the panel, which will in turn feed the house. There'll be an auto shut off within that panel to shut off the electrical grid, you know, so it doesn't backflow into the grid. And then once that happens, this unit will kick on, send power from here to there. This other pipe is your communication device. That's going to allow you to do it remotely if need be and be able to monitor your system from your phone, which is a nice feature. Now let's go take a look at my concrete mixing procedure out here. It's really sweet and really simple. I've got 14 bags, 16 pounders. We've got a 3.5 by 4.5 approximately. I've got quick set and I've got regular, you know, concrete setting mix. The quick set's going to make it go off faster. So my mix design is going to be 2 of just your basics with some of this fast set. I'm going to do fast set to regular to get, I have work time, but it's still going to go off quicker.
Let it mix this way for a bit.
Well, we just have an electric mixer here. James is going to mix up the product. And there's your dumping lever. You have to release that in order to dump it.
Take a look. Tilt it
So that
down
looks like
more.
a good, consistent mix
good.
right there all the way through. These are 60-pound bags. So we did 2 60s, the regular, and 2 60 pounds of the fast set. And it went off quick. I think from start to finish on the mixing, once we started mixing, 2 hours to broom finish. I just have a wood hand float there, and I'm just packing it in around the pipes, getting into those nooks and crannies. They can't really get a screed around those, so I'm just going to try to freehand that, and then I'm going to run a straight edge along the wall from form to form to see how close I am. So I have the gas and electrical coming up behind the machine, so you won't see those pipes once the machine's setting on the slab. So visually it's going to look like a pretty clean installation here, the way we're doing this. Plus the pipes will be protected. We're pouring this about 4.5 inches. Here I am tapping the form, just getting the air bubbles out of the edge, so when we strip it, you have a nice consolidated surface. So James took over this operation 100% from this point, because I'm in the front of the house doing some stone veneer, which I'm going to put up on a video pretty soon here. And that turned out beautiful too. That could potentially be my next video popping up. So what he did there, which was really clean, he screeded. He knew he had a little excess coming off with that screed. Instead of pulling it off into the gravel, which would have made a mess in the gravel, he left it inside the form and then scooped it out. A lot of times you just pull it off the edge, but in this case, you try to keep it real clean on the outside so your gravel doesn't get messed up. I came back here just for a moment just to double check, and it looked good. Now this is about an hour later and it's already broom finish. Turned out beautiful. I'll take these forms off in the morning. In the meantime, I'm going back to the front to work on that stone fascia. Aha, hasn't moved. Tell you one thing about concrete and what I do for everybody I do concrete for. I guarantee a lifetime warranty on all my concrete against fire and theft. That's something that no one else can offer. Only I can do. I'm the only guy. I'm the only guy that can do that. Because, you know, that's how confident I am in my workmanship. Okay, she's all stripped out. Let's get that whole house generator on there. In case there's a power outage. Here's your supply line right here. It's under a pressure test right now. Let's see what they got it set at. They got it set at 13 pounds, which is over and above what you got to really set them at. You could set them at, I think, 8 pounds and it'd be good. But it is at 13, so that's even better. That'll just go ahead and pull this off, tie it in here, runs over to there, and it'll connect to that panel. Then you've got power. All right, thank you for watching the video. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Hopefully this helped you in some way, that if you ever have a project like this, kind of what you would expect to see or do, or the different steps in getting to this point. Anyway, have a good one. Bye.